Yo, what's good YouTube? It's about Kervens React and we're back with a motherfucking video. And today we're gonna be reacting to a video, you feel me? Cause that's what we do around here, we react to videos. And today we're gonna be reacting to there are only two genders. Now these days people are getting canceled for just having their own opinion, and I feel like that's crazy because you are entitled to your own opinion. So if people are telling you you can't say that, you can't say that, what happens to freedom of speech, bro? Like I feel like that's fucked up, especially to what's happening to what's it called? Especially to what's happening to Andrew Tate right now. He got banned on all platform and everything, and now he's on the news and everything. So that's kind of fucked up. I'm not saying like I agree with every single thing he says, but like you can't just ban somebody just for having an opinion. Like, is he actually hurting people, like physically? As soon as we boys we got a good role model and stuff like that, now y'all trying to cancel him and ban him and make him sound like a misogyny and shit like that. So it's crazy to me. It's just mind blowing to me how somebody you can literally get banned for saying something that you think is true, and that's the reality that we're living in right now in society, and that's really fun. But anyways, let's get in this freaking video and see what it's about.
You're a trans woman that could put.
Today is there are only two genders. Change my mind. You will see three part of the Change My Mind army. Let's go.
It's all so magical.
I've never.
That fast.
You know, this is just a series we do where let people know my point of view. There are two genders. Go ahead and change my mind. It's the opposite of cable news. We're not going to edit anything out of context. You said you disagreed. I'm open to new ideas.
Well, I'm wondering the phrasing of the question. Are you arguing that there's not more than like man and woman? Or are you arguing there's not a difference between sex and gender, or?
Yeah, I think there are two genders, male and female.
Okay, so you're saying that male and female is a gender, not a sex.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Both.
Okay, and see that's where I would have to disagree.
Okay. How so?
Saying that male and female is something that would be by birth. For example, you probably have a penis, a male sex organ, as would I. But
Why would you assume that?
Yeah, why would you assume that? I was about to say the exact same thing.
But you assumed it, though.
okay, I did. I apologize.
No, listen, you don't need.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do any gotcha.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that you assumed that I have a penis. Why?
Because nowadays, bro, like you can't say these things. You can't be like, are you a he or you a she? Because if they're not, they're gonna be like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, but I go by they, there. But like, bro, you're a female, like, but no, I go by they, there. So it's like they want you to change your verb and the way you speak the fucking English just to make them feel good, bro. That's so fucked up.
Because you seem I don't know, man.
Is it because of a societal construct?
Yes.
That's why.
See?
Yes.
Even he can explain it like he looks like a male. He's a male. He has a penis, and that's it. If you look like a girl, you have a vagina. If you look like a man, you have a penis. There's no like, bro. Shit.
My bone structure.
I know this guy
We've
dry, but let me get to
created it to place
someone
people
who's
into
more interested, bro.
roles, and so I'm saying that if you
tryna-
were male.
Madison, I'm co-president of Spectrum, the LGBT organization
Yeah,
on campus.
backwards.
Love to talk to you about this.
Great. Thank you, Madison.
So, what are
My
you
name's Steven.
Okay.
I appreciate it. You sitting down. And what is it that you disagree with?
You can already tell, like, from the
I
way
think
she
you
looked,
happen-
bro. You can already tell she's about to be on some bullshit, bro. You can already tell, bro.
You're confused on the idea of gender versus sex?
I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so when we say there are only two genders, we often confuse the idea of gender and sex.
Sure.
Sex is a generalization of XY chromosomes, so we assume that, or, XY, XX, combination of chromosomes. So we assume that, male and female comes from your chromosomes, right? But that's really just the idea that there's only two possibilities of sex, right? So even within sex itself, you can be born intersex, which
Okay.
means that you're born with sexual characteristics of both what we would consider male and female. And then you have gender, and gender
Bro,
is...
bro, you see, this is what they do. They bring up stuff that have rarely happened, and trying to make it and turn it into an argument, bro. That intersex thing, like, only like 2 people have ever been recorded or found having it or being an intersex person, bro. Like, it's not that common. So like, for you to use that as an argument, so for you to base your argument based on that, your argument is already weak, and somebody gonna come. He's gonna come up with a better argument, a stronger argument that's gonna throw away your argument. Because like the intersex part, like, it's not common. But yes, does it exist? Yes, it exists. But is it common? No, it's not, bro. It's like once in like few thousand or millions, something like that. But like it rarely happens. So like that's just
A mental state based off of societal norms. So within our Western society, we often discuss gender as being binary, meaning that there's 2 options.
Sure.
So boy, girl, man, woman. However, in other societies, non-Western societies, there are more than 2 options.
Okay,
So-
can I ask you a couple
Yeah.
questions there to unpack? Appreciate you taking the time, by the way. So what was your name?
Madison.
Madison. So let's go to the sex concept before gender, I think, because the idea of gender being different from sex is predicated on the idea that sex is binary. That's where you mentioned that term, gender
Yeah.
binary. So you mentioned intersex. Okay, I'm aware of intersex. Now, of course, intersex doesn't necessarily mean that someone is completely between sexes. Usually they have very identifiable characteristics, like a very large clitoris or micro penis. In that case, it also affects 0.08. People think it's just funny, it's just true. Less than 0.08% of
But
population Earth.
but they still
exist.
yeah,
Let me ask you this,
that's
in
still
human anatomy
they still
class,
exist, but it's
how
low.
many fingers are you taught human beings have?
We're told typically that people have 10. However, there are people born with 11
But you're
fingers.
taught 10, right?
Yeah.
So we don't teach people, there are people born with 11 fingers, there are people born with 12 fingers.
Yeah, but we don't completely dismiss that those people exist just because that they're uncommon, do we?
We teach that human beings have 10 fingers.
You see what she's doing there, bro? Like, she's talking about like we don't dismiss those people just because they're not coming, right? But like, it's a part of society. Like, most things you see in society is based on the majority. Exceptions don't make the rules. Like, it don't like if majority rules. So it's like if like if there's more of something, then people will most likely go with that part. So we know it exists, but like majority goes over the exceptions, like the lower part. So like it don't matter. Like at the end of the day, people are just gonna talk about the majority. I see where she's coming from. They still exist. People are not gonna forget about them, but like if you bringing it into like an argument, it's kind of irrelevant.
Later that everyone here has been taught, yeah, human beings have 10 fingers. Of course, there are anomalies. That's the same way that we treat intersex or these, as you said, you mentioned chromosomes, genetic abnormalities that are a very extreme case. So I think what we need to do is remove this extreme case with sex, just as we would with how many fingers, toes, how many kidneys you have, how many feet you have. There's something that's typical, there's something that's atypical. Then you go to gender. This is where, listen, I'm open. Everyone has said sex is different from gender, and gender is not non-binary. So I would allow you to kind of unpack that for me.
Yeah, so in Western society at least, so in our country, in our society, we tend to think of gender to be on this binary spectrum of not even really a spectrum, just a binary. So you have man, woman, and that's it. Those are the only 2 options.
Yeah, that's the only
However,
2
gender
there,
really is more of a spectrum.
There's only 2.
So
Men
it's
and women.
non-binary. There are not just 2 options.
Okay.
You have man, woman, and then everything that doesn't fit into just man and woman is considered non-binary. That's an umbrella term, and that includes a lot of different categorizations.
So how many genders are there?
You can't put a number on the number of genders because everyone uses different words to classify themselves.
I would disagree. That's where it changed my mind. I'm not convinced that anyone can just use any classification for
I
themselves.
agree with what
for
he's
their
saying,
gender.
100%.
And certainly not that then we have to compel society to
Yep.
address them this way.
Yep.
But I'm sure you can understand that the compelling of language is an issue.
So what gender do you think you are?
Well, I'm a male.
Okay, well I think you're a woman.
No, legally I'm a male.
What?
It says on my driver's license that I'm a male.
Okay, so that's your sex.
No, it's yeah, I'm also a
your
male.
sex. That's your sex.
It says on
Okay.
my carrier
So,
certificate
I
that I'm a
don't-
male.
what if I say I
Gender.
don't
Some legal
believe you?
documentations say gender.
What if I say
Yo, this guy's delusional, bro.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly,
you
it
mean
doesn't
you don't
matter if
believe
you
me?
don't believe me.
No, it doesn't matter because
He looked-
What
biologically.
gender do you think I am?
Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. I cannot believe there's actually people like this, bro, living in this world, bro. Like, he looks like a man. He says he's a man. She's like, what if I don't believe you? Like, how? How? Like, I feel like, bro, if you try to understand these people, bro, you're gonna go crazy. You're going to go delusional, and you're gonna be on the same path as them. Cause like these people, there is no, you cannot understand these people, bro. You cannot. Don't even try to understand these people because they will make you go crazy. Like, what do you mean? Like, what? Shit, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I would assume you're female.
Yeah, so you're making assumptions.
Yes.
I identify as non-binary.
I don't, respectfully, that doesn't matter.
It does.
One thing that like they always do is that identify. Okay, you can identify as something, but that doesn't mean it's like it's fact. Like a fact is you look like a female, but you don't want to be called a woman. You want to be called something else. Non-binary. You want to be called they, them. All those things. No disrespect to. I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect to the non-binary thing. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like saying any disrespectful hate speech or none of that. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, this is what I feel like. Just like they have their own opinion, just like they want people to call them that. I have the same right to speak. I'm not I'm not being disrespectful. I don't want no problem with these people or none of that. But like, I'm just saying, me personally, it just sounds crazy to me. I don't see how it makes sense. I'm just saying, I don't see how it makes sense really. It's crazy.
Now, let me ask you this. What would you say if I
It matters
have...
what pronouns you use for me. It matters how I'm
Okay.
socialized in society. It matters my gender expression. It matters the way that I'm allowed to express myself. It matters what bathroom I use. It matters who I'm allowed to live with. It affects every aspect of my life. So you saying...
What pronoun should I use?
You should use they, them pronouns. So you saying that you
And what
don't
if I
believe
don't?
me...
What if I don't?
If you don't, I would consider that disrespectful, and that's actually an act of violence to misgender a trans
It's an
person
act of
or-
violence.
An
That is
act of violence?
to intentionally misgender.
What? How the fuck is that? Wait, hold on. Is that an act of violence? Like if I walk outside and there's a woman, a female, I'm sorry, but I don't know. If there's a person outside and I'll go ahead and be like, excuse me, miss. Can you help me with this? Excuse me, do not call me miss. I identify as that. And if I disagree and I say, no, I'm not gonna call you that, like you look like a woman, I'm gonna call you a miss. And they're like, no, I don't want to be called that. Does that mean that now I might go to jail for doing that because they consider that as an act of violence? I don't think she understands what act of violence means. I really don't think she understands what that means.
Here we come to the issue, and this is why I'm out here.
An act of
You just
violence
said that's
is
an act of violence.
crazy.
That
I ain't
means an
gonna lie.
actual
What
offense.
the
That means it's a
fuck?
crime. So you believe that for
I didn't
me...
say it's a crime. I said it's an act of violence.
act of
There's a lot of
violence.
things that are not considered crimes that are acts of violence.
Okay, so you believe it's a non-aggressive act of violence.
I think that, okay, when you misgender someone, if you were to misgender a trans woman,
Yes.
trans women, especially trans women of color, are have the highest rate of murder within the LGBT community, right? So if you were to intentionally misgender a trans woman, that could put her at risk of murder. You understand that? Because people think because
I
you're
don't.
trans...
I don't understand.
I
I'm
think
sorry,
that
I don't
really does
understand.
show that you're privileged in the situation then.
Yes, I
that
believe
you're
we're both...
I think you're extremely privileged in the situation that you don't have to experience that, or that you don't have to worry about that, or consider that you don't feel like you need to respect people's pronouns.
I'm considering this and I'm asking you questions. You said these are the pronouns I need to use.
Yeah.
I said, what if I don't? You said that's an act of violence.
Yeah, I would
so
consider
I'm
that
trying
an act of violence against me.
Okay, so
I
that's a
would
crime.
consider that
An act of violence against you is a crime.
I would consider that.
So,
I would consider
do you
you being disrespecting me as a person, and that's not okay, and that's not even ethical. It doesn't matter if it's legal; it's not ethical. And I don't know how you can do something that's considered unethical.
I don't know how you can not allow me to speak and ask questions based on your own premises. Please, we're trying to keep this civil. I haven't yelled at you. I haven't
I'm not
accused you of
yelling.
anything. You're getting very heated. You said that's an act of violence. That's a crime. Okay.
I didn't say that was a crime. You're
An
putting
act of
words in my
violence. You said
mouth.
That's what an act of violence is. Read a book, a dictionary.
an act of violence against you is a crime. So
It's a
I
crime.
did not say that.
you said it is an act of violence
I
against
said
you.
it's an act of violence, and I said misgendering
You-
anyone's an act of
Yes,
violence.
you said it is an
An
act
act
of
of
violence
violence
against
is
that
a
person.
crime,
That is in
bro.
fact a crime. So here's my question. Since we've now decided
You
we
see,
don't
she's
know
shaking
the-
her head. You see, they do not want to be told that they are wrong. They do not, bro. They want to be living their own, like Sneeko likes to say, la la land. But it's crazy. He got banned. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just speaking my mind, man. Leave me alone, bro. I just started this channel. You feel me? I'm just saying, bro. It's just crazy to me. But like, I love all people. All people are good. I love all people. I have no hate to nobody. You feel me? I'm mad respectful and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna keep saying what I think and what I feel. So, yeah, bro. Leave me alone.